So Classroom of the Elite is back, and I was genuinely fucking excited. I didn't think it was gonna be directly after the island incident, right? I did not think it was gonna be that. I didn't think we was gonna be back on the boat and having to do a game on the boat. That shit completely caught me off guard. Now, honestly, there's only like a few things that I want to talk about, because just going into the details of the game, we definitely got a swifter rundown of the game. The results are, the four clear results are, either the whole group shares the VIP and wins, right? So they find out who the VIP is from everybody else, and then they report it back to, you know, I think they report it back to the director or their teacher or, you know, the lead, whoever it is. And, you know, they win. Everybody gets like 500K at that point, like 500K points, I guess. Second, in the final response, at least one person gets it wrong and the VIP wins. Another one is a traitor discovers the VIP, and of course, the traitor comes from Ryuin, bro. He is the only guy that I'm just like, we know you're gonna be behind some bullshit because you're always behind some bullshit. You've been the designated behind the bullshit guy ever since we've met you. And we've already seen that you're about to get the shit kicked out of you, so I can't wait for that to happen. And lastly, there's a traitor, but they incorrectly guessed the VIP's identity, and that was from AYANOKOJI himself. Which, with AYANOKOJI being the MC, I feel like the traitor trying to incorrectly guess the VIP's identity is going to be the route we go. It just makes sense, right? They always try to give you the runaround, right? That's what they try to do. They try to give you the runaround, make it seem like all these other ones are viable, right? Like they're plausible, I should say. All these other ideas are plausible, but when it comes from AYANOKOJI himself and the way that we see AYANOKOJI maneuvering, it just makes sense that this is the route that we're going. Obviously, everybody else wanted to go the easy route. We've seen that in the first discussion between the groups. It was just like, yeah, this is the easier route to go. It will make the most sense, so that way everybody can get some extra points and, you know, everybody won't be behind. But Group A was the one who was not a part of it for real. Another set of members from the group was the Class C members, right? And we already knew. As soon as I seen Ibuki, I was like, are they trying to go for the okie doke again? Is Ryuin really trying to set us up again? I took a shit ton of notes, right? I took a shit ton of notes because I said, as soon as we got to the point where Kay was like deflecting, right? Because Kay was deflecting a lot in the second discussion, I think. It was like the second discussion, right? Kay was hella deflecting that whole time, not wanting shit to do with it. Nah, I don't want to do it this way. We shouldn't do it this way. Nah, this game is, and she was deflecting a lot. So I surmised that at this point, I'm assuming Kay is the VIP. You know what I mean? I'm assuming Kay is the VIP. It was too much deflecting, doesn't want to attempt to solve the issues at hand. Granted, it could be a huge misdirect, right? I could be 100% wrong. I know a lot of you guys are saying, hey man, Kay is going to be a very important character in this anime. She wasn't even a fucking thought in season 1. I rewatched season 1 not that long ago, and I had to make sure because I'm just like, am I tripping? It was Kay really like a very important character? And she wasn't. Kay didn't matter worth a damn in that fucking first season, aside from the whole panty stealing thing, right? She was barely like mentioned. It was always Horikita and AYANOKOJI. They were like the tandem that we were dealing with the whole time. So Kay being an immediate focal point this season already has me suspecting a lot of shit, right? So as I said, I'm assuming she's the VIP unless it's a fucking misdirect. On top of the crying in the shower part. The crying in the shower part was a little weird to me because they made whatever that scar was on her, what was it, like her abdomen or some shit? They made that shit like very fucking apparent, and I don't know why. Like, dude, they're showing so much shit that I'm just like, what are you trying to insinuate about this character? You're taking away from a lot of the other shit, but I guess this is how you implement Kay into being an important character? I have no fucking clue. Another thing I noticed is that AYANOKOJI could very much well be the VIP and he's misdirecting. But It's not that simple. It's not that fucking simple, and I don't think they would go that route unless it was like some super out of the fucking ordinary strategic way. But the thing is, I was thinking to myself, AYANOKOJI couldn't be the VIP because he showed the email that they got to HORIKITA, which kind of like baffled me because I'm like, wait, they're sharing information amongst each other, but they're not in the same group. So I'm guessing like classes can still share information amongst each other without like, you know, betraying one another. I don't know. It was a whole bunch of like questionable things that was happening. And as somebody who doesn't know Japanese, for some reason, I wanted to insinuate that when HORIKITA and AYANOKOJI were talking, and HORIKITA was talking about, I know you are wary of, and I felt like she said K, right? I felt like she said K, but maybe it was directly after Ichiban. So I don't know if it's because I don't understand Japanese that well, but I feel like she was saying like, you know, I understand that you're being wary of K. And in comes, you know, Ryuen talking about a whole bunch of bullshit of him, you know, him trying to like get over on other classes, right? Like the last, like how did you manage to win the game? And you know, this, that, and the third. That was some shit that I paid attention to. Another thing that I paid attention to, and it's in my notes, is that I thought K was in a relationship with Yosuke, but she out here flirting with the dude from class 1A. So what the fuck is really going on in these streets? They're trying to throw a whole bunch of intangibles into the situation that leaves you a bit confused. I get it. It's the blatant misdirect of information and situations. So my question is, how are we gonna move forward from this? Because we're keeping an eye on the K bullying situation as well. That's another thing that I wrote down in my notes, that those girls were bullying K and they were trying to get a picture of her, which like flipped me back to the whole Ryuen being behind all this bullshit that's going on anyway, right? Ryuen took a picture of HORIKITA and she didn't want that, and I felt like that was a precursor for what was to come, like a foreshadow of what's to come when Shiho Manabe and those other two girls that were bullying K and trying to get a picture of her, which was kind of weird, right? It's like, why were you guys trying to take a picture of her? And I felt like that pushing her in the line kind of came out of nowhere, man. That, I don't know. Like I said, it's a bunch of blatant misdirects. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know if I'm like super off base with what the fuck I'm saying, because a lot of the times I try to make assumptions based off of what the main character sees, how the main character acts, and a little bit of the surroundings, right? Like I try to make it based off of that. I don't think I'm wrong in this situation, but I'll be glad if I am wrong, because that means I got some shit that I'm gonna learn this season. Yeah, let me know down below. Make sure y'all don't spoil though, because obviously I don't know shit. I've never touched the source material, and looking into this shit would only spoil me, so I try to stay as far away so I can give you guys my genuine thoughts on the situation. I don't think I missed out on anything else, right? I don't think I missed out on anything that I wrote down. So leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Let me know if you enjoy the videos. Let me know if you don't enjoy the videos, obviously, because I always look for feedback. I'm looking to build and grow in this YouTube stuff. So like I said, I couldn't be doing this without you guys. And with that being said, it's your boy, xDomoSenpaix, and I will catch you guys in the next video.